What's going on, YouTube? I got another video for you, but I need to do another let's talk. You know what I mean? I got to do another straight up conversation with you, because when you're in this business, things change. You're not ready for it. Sometimes it's a surprise. Sometimes you're prepared for it. But is your buyer or seller prepared for it? And that's what we're going to talk about today. And for those of you that are brand new to the channel, my name is Darrell Coleman. I'm with Berkshire Hathaway here in Phoenix, Arizona. I work out of the Litchfield office. And I've been doing this 3.5 years. July of next year would be 4 years. And absolutely love what I'm doing. But for anybody that has questions, you have to hit the like button first if you have a question. Or I need you to subscribe to help me out, get this algorithm thing going so I can start getting some followers, some viewers, and share this thing, man. That's what I need. But let's go ahead and get into the video. All right. So you got to expect the unexpected, because in the industry of real estate, things change. And I mean, they change last minute. So let me go ahead and push this in, because I want to get into this conversation. So the last minute changes can range from the loan may fall through, something might happen with the buyer on either end. So if I'm working with the seller, maybe the buyer put in an offer, we're going through everything, the last few days, are rolling in, and all of a sudden the loan just falls apart and it doesn't work anymore. So what happens with that is they usually get their refund back of the earnest money, and we no longer have a buyer at that moment. And then since you don't have a buyer now, now you have to relist your home, put it back on the market. And that's something that I'm going through right now. I had a home for $925, put it on the market, got it under contract within 48 hours, which is a really good deal. And the market is really a seller's market right now. But in that area that I have it listed at, these homes are going for like $1 million easy, and this one just went super quick. But the buyer didn't like something that was going on in there with the inspection, and we were getting it all evaluated and fixed, okay, at our expense. The seller is going to pay for everything, but the buyer backed out. That is most likely the buyer thought about it. Maybe it's too much home for him. It's 4,600 square feet, 6 bedrooms. After sitting down and thinking about purchasing that, putting that much money down, having that kind of home, it might have, not felt right for them. So they backed out. But that's something that happens, okay? So don't be upset. Don't be mad or hurt when that happens. Just keep going. Keep your heart set on, all right, I got to fulfill the needs of my seller or my buyer, and to just continue on. All right, so that's one thing that happened. Another deal that happened was we're putting in offers left and right. All right, and I'm working with the buyer side on this one. The first one was I was working with the seller side, but I'm working with the buyer right now. And the buyer, we've put in maybe 6 or 7 offers on homes. Okay, we're looking at these homes, because you have to look at it and then put in the offer. We can't put in an offer and then go look. Unfortunately, that doesn't work here. But we go look at the home as quick as we can. Sometimes we're the first person to look at the home, first person to put in an offer. But because the offer is not stronger than the other ones that are coming in, we lose. So again, we've done like 6 or 7 of these offers, like not even kidding, sometimes 2 at a time. Extremely risky, so I wouldn't advise to do that. But they've all been rejected because they've had offers coming in 10, 15, 20,000 over asking price. That's not really something you could prepare your client for 6 or 7 times. You could prepare maybe 1 or 2 times, but when you're talking about 6 or 7 times of having the same situation happen, I don't know how to keep the hopes up for the individual, because my hopes are getting knocked down at the same time. It's like, well, am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? Is there more that I need to do? I'm sending emails, I'm communicating, I'm running the comps, I'm showing the house. I'm rushing to get the offer in, and we still get rejected. But it's not really my fault nor the buyer's fault. It's just the market right now. We have a steady market, and this is in the price range of 229 and under. So in the price range of 229 and under, we have a whole lot of first-time home buyers, and we're limited to a certain kind of loan where we're limited to the FHA. So if we're limited to the FHA loan, there's a lot of homes that are conventional, VA, cash, things like that, auction, HUD, whatever, that we can't even go and get because we have to get a home that's only FHA. Well, why don't I say only? It can be FHA, conventional, all the other stuff, but it has to have the loan selection of FHA. If it doesn't, and it doesn't qualify for FHA, I can't go and put this out there for a FHA loan, because our loan doesn't cover that home. So trying to explain that to the client is really tough as well. Is, hey, you only qualify for the FHA loan. The lender explains that, I explain it, but not all clients understand why they're limited to that. And then for me on my side, I cannot sit here and explain it 100 times because that's not my job placement. I don't do loans. What I do is real estate. So I just reiterate, hey, let's go back to the lender. Let's figure out if we can even go over to the conventional loan side, if you have other options, or what do we have. In this case, we don't, but 6 or 7 offers is really tough. So that's another thing to be prepared for. This is all, things that may happen within this industry, man. So I want to have you prepared. I don't want to have you shocked. The third one is and these are all deals I'm literally in right now. So I'm giving you the current situation of my life, man. This is a hashtag life of a real estate agent. So if you're a real estate agent, hit the like button. If you're interested in these stories, man, hit the like button and share it with some more people. But now I have a deal, or it did close. So there was some good news in this whole deal. It closed, okay? And we had a deal with, one of the industry folks, there's Zillow, Open Door, cash offers, all of these little places or whatnot. So we had a deal where we put in a purchase contract. We won the first one on this client. Super amazing. Price range is different. So we were competing with some other folks and we won. So it was good. We continue on the process. This situation was difficult because the lender was from another realtor. So the client was working with another realtor to try to make things a little bit easier. It didn't, but we already had a contract signed, but he wanted the other realtor to show him the houses because it was far from me. That doesn't work. But what ended up happening was I ran him back in, boom, we go and get this house, put the offer in. Because that realtor had this person as a lender or a friend or whatever that they were working together, the lender's like, hey, why are you not working with such and such? And he's like, I don't want to. I want to choose whoever I want. That lender wasn't happy with that. Okay, so things already were going downhill. I finally get the pre-approval, like maybe 2-3 days. Well, not finally. I get the pre-approval 3 or 4 days before I put in the offer. It does say we need about 35 days to close the deal. Well, 30 to 45 days to close the deal. And the buyer needs $7,500 cash from the seller. The buyer didn't need $7,500 cash. So I don't know why that was in there. And the buyer didn't need 35 days, but maybe the lender did, because right now there's so many loans going through, the lender may need that time. So I submit the offer. I put 25 days on there. Okay. We submit the offer, it gets accepted. I now submit it to that lender. The lender says he never got it, but I sent it to escrow and all of that good stuff. Escrow, the other realtor, and the lender all at once. Okay. That's what you typically do. The lender said he never got it. So I sent it again. And he said, this is the first time I'm getting it. Thank you so much. Okay, there's no need for you to say the first time you're getting it, but okay, I appreciate that. So we continue on. Now he sees the contract says 25 days, never says anything, never says we need to move it back, because at this point we can actually move it back and we can just say there's an addendum, let's move this thing back and it will be good. Didn't say anything. Didn't say anything about the 7,500. We didn't need a 7,500, but he had it in there, so it's okay. These are all suggestions, all right, not mandatory. So we go through the whole process. We get about a week out. The lender notices that it says 25 days. But that's the first thing he usually notices, the close date, but it's okay. Now he feels like he can't get it done, but still never says anything to me, because we still could have done an addendum and we could have had it extended. We could have moved the days back. We could have told, hey, such and such company, we're moving the days back. Let's get this addendum in here, sign it, and we just continue on. Allow that time to go by. Didn't do it. So then there was another issue that ran in from the lender. So the lender kept being the cause of pushing it back. There were some things that weren't in their control, but it was still not brought up in the email. But mind you, he said he emailed the other realtor, the seller's realtor, instead of emailing both or myself. But that's fine. Or the title company didn't email the title company either. So now Friday, which was last Friday, we were supposed to close on this home, and we are ready. But Wednesday before that Friday, the paperwork should have been sent in so that my client could sign. It wasn't. Thursday, the paperwork should have been sent in before the client could sign. It wasn't. Friday, same thing. But on Wednesday, I called a client and I say, hey, I can't get a hold of the lender. Can you please reach out to him? The title company's trying to get a hold of him. Reach out to this individual. We need to talk to him. He reaches out. Well, back up a little bit. I say, if he's blaming it on somebody, call me on three-way. We don't do that. We just need to figure out what the end result is, and that's it. I get a phone call from that lender. Hey, so you're blaming me for the situation. I said, it's not what we're here for. I said, where's the paperwork at, and where are we being held up at? He said, on my end. Okay, so right now we're being held up on the lender side, and you're saying you want to blame it on me. We're not doing that. He was upset about the 25 days. Never brought it up. Excuse me. But yet was upset about it. I said, okay, even still, what is the end result that we can do to get this thing closed? So we're going back and forth. He tells us we can kick rocks if we want. I said, we're not kicking rocks. We're sticking with you. We just need to close the deal. And can we do it Friday or can we not? I already advised the client we couldn't. So yeah. We get off the phone. Client calls me. He's not happy with this lender. But mind you, if we change lenders at this point, it's going to take us another 15 to 20 days, depending on how fast that lender can work to close it. So we would have had to do an addendum to spread it out a little further. So the close date wouldn't be Friday. It would be weeks later. So what my goal was to do is either have it on Friday or the Monday. And I already advised the buyer that this would be, the cost, but the lender was saying other things. So now title, lender, all goes back and forth. Friday hits, we don't close. Client had everything set up, the electric, the gas, the water, all utilities set up. The moving company was already set up. He was ready to roll his rental. He told them, hey, I'll have it available on Monday for you. I'm cleaning it out Friday. Monday, I'll be ready. And Friday, he's not moved out. So we push it back to Monday. Monday, the same situation. The lender messed up some things again. Now it's holding up title. We don't have the net sheet, things like that. I'm telling you all of this because things change the last minute, and you have to be prepared and you have to prep your clients for these kind of situations. You can't let it get you down. You can't quit. You have to keep going. Again, your heart has to continue to move forward. Your mind has to think clear, and you have to think about what you need to do. So I communicated all day. Now, Monday was my birthday. I wasn't trying to work, period. I was trying to close this deal on Friday, so Monday I can just relax. But literally the entire day, I'm calling and calling and emailing, calling and emailing, calling and texting everybody in this deal to make sure this thing is going to get completed. Last minute at 4:00 p.m. it gets completed, but not even fully completed. The funds weren't transferred on time, so there was only a reference number, and they needed that reference number, but my client didn't want to talk to title anymore. He was irritated with them. So I'm communicating as much as I can, all of this information over to the title company. Title guy is already off because he's out there in Texas. The loan guy is in Colorado, so he's already off. Like, things are not going well. And the title company says, we can offer you, buyer, a hotel stay for the night. That's not happening. He's got a truck full of stuff, movers ready to roll. Everything is supposed to be transferred and done, signed, all of this good stuff, and it's not. So now I'm preparing my client again that, hey, this might need to push into Tuesday. And I said, but I'm not trying to do worst case scenario. I'm trying to get it done. So, man, fingers crossed, toes crossed all day long. I got it to close on Monday. Thank you to goodness, man. Hit the like button because we closed. But it didn't get funded until Tuesday. So when it got funded Tuesday, we got the email, congrats, all of this great stuff. Client moved in on Monday, got the keys, got to move in, got one night's sleep there. I'm super excited. Client is happy. Now they can buy a car because they finally, they've been driving around in a rental for a long time because they couldn't purchase anything. But you need to realize that things will happen in this industry. It's not always your fault, so don't take it to heart. Don't hurt yourself. Don't take it out on the client like they're doing something. Just continue to push and maybe get some knowledge from somebody else on how to continue to push forward. All right. But I'm glad you joined in for this Let's Talk. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this with more people so that they can see that this industry does have a couple of issues that come up. And sometimes it's out of your control, but you got to continue to do what you can do. All right. Keep pushing. If you made it this far, put Shamrock down in the bottom comments. I love you guys, man. I'll talk to y'all later.